Have you ever felt your emotions make themselves physically felt? Maybe you had an oppressive feeling in your chest when you were sad, or a stabbing pain in your neck when the stress took over. You are here today because the universe wants to lead you to a deeper level of understanding of this hidden but powerful connection between your mind and body. There are no coincidences, only signs that show us the way. The invisible connection between mind and body is ancient and is considered by many spiritual traditions as the key to healing and well-being. Your body is not just a mechanical structure that responds to external stimuli, it is a finely tuned system that responds to the emotions and energies of your mind. Every emotion you feel leaves traces in your body, and if those emotions are not fully processed, they can manifest in the form of physical discomfort. Emotions, especially those hidden deep inside us, have an amazing power. Unprocessed grief, suppressed anger, or chronic fear, all these emotional states find their way into the body. They deposit there until they are heard. You may have experienced headaches when you're stressed, or your stomach hurts when you're scared. This is not a coincidence. Your body carries the emotional burdens that your mind cannot let go of. The famous psychologist Carl Jung once said, "What we do not consciously, will appear to us as destiny." There is a deep truth in this statement, because often it is the emotions that we repress or do not recognize that make themselves felt on the physical level. Your body talks to you, through pain, tension, or illness, and tries to tell you that there is something inside you that needs to be looked at and healed. In many spiritual wisdoms, this connection between emotions and physical symptoms is clearly emphasized. For example, traditional Chinese medicine says that emotions such as anger, grief, or fear can block the flow of energy in your body, causing physical discomfort. The ancient yogis have understood that physical blockages are often associated with mental and emotional tension, and have developed practices to bring body and mind into harmony. Now that we've gained this first insight into the emotional root of physical ailments, let's dive deeper into this spiritual journey together. Next, we're going to take a closer look at how emotions are stored in the body and what happens when they are suppressed over a long time. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings that occur in the moment and then disappear. They leave traces, not only in the mind, but also in the body. Every emotion carries a certain energy, and if this energy cannot flow freely, it settles in your body. Your body becomes a memory for all the feelings that you suppress or do not fully process. He often carries these emotional burdens with him for a long time until they finally become physically perceptible. The idea that emotions are stored in the body is not a new idea. In many holistic and spiritual healing approaches, the body is seen as a kind of vessel in which emotions can be stored. If you do not fully express an emotion or consciously ignore it, this energy persists and manifests itself in certain body regions. For example, anger can deposit in the shoulders and neck, while grief often makes the heart heavy and can cause chest pain. The body and mind are in constant dialogue. Every muscle, every cell carries a reminder of your emotional experiences. A very accurate example of this are people who are under emotional stress for a long time and eventually develop physical symptoms. This is often felt in the form of chronic back pain, headaches, or digestive problems, which are not due to a physical cause, but to the emotions that have been anchored in the body. The subconscious plays a decisive role in this. Emotions that you do not want to suppress or consciously feel find their way into the depths of your subconscious. But even if you no longer consciously perceive them, they are still there, and your body carries them with it. Your subconscious communicates through the body. Pain, tension, or recurring complaints are often the attempt of your subconscious to show you that there are emotional issues that you have not yet resolved. A typical example is tension headaches, which often occur in people who are under constant pressure or anxiety. The body tightens, the neck becomes stiff, and finally there is a headache. This is no coincidence, the body reacts to the emotional tension that you can't let go. Back pain, especially in the lower back, can also be a sign of financial anxiety or the feeling of being responsible for too many things. Through these physical reactions, your body reminds you that it's time to pause and deal with the emotions you may have long ignored. Your body speaks in a language that is not always easy to understand, but when you learn to interpret its signals, you can recognize what emotional blockages are holding you back. Now that we know how emotions are stored in the body and what happens when they are suppressed, next let's look at the role of stress and anxiety as common emotional triggers for physical discomfort. We will delve deeper into the effects of these emotions on the body and find out how they manifest themselves in physical symptoms. Stress and anxiety are among the most powerful emotions that can manifest in your body. They are often the invisible forces behind many physical ailments, even if we do not immediately recognize them as the cause. Your body is a sensitive instrument, and when you are under chronic stress or constant anxiety, it reacts in many ways. You may notice it through tension, headaches, stomach discomfort, or sleep disorders. All these are signs that your body carries the burden of your emotions. When you are stressed, you put your body in a state of constant tension. Your nervous system remains on alert as if it is preparing for a threat, even when there is no direct danger. This means that your body is no longer able to properly recover or regenerate. Muscle tension is one of the most common consequences of stress. Many people feel these tensions in their necks, shoulders, or backs as if they were carrying the burden of the world. Anxiety, especially if it persists for a long time, can also have profound effects on the body. It affects your digestive system, your heartbeat, and your breathing. Perhaps you know the feeling that your stomach becomes nodular from sheer fear, or that you feel the racing heart when you face an uncertain situation. These physical reactions to anxiety are your body's attempt to prepare for a threatening situation, but when anxiety becomes chronic, the body gets stuck in this state of alarm, which can lead to serious health problems. Spiritual teachings, such as those of Buddhist practice, often speak of stress and fear as obstacles to inner peace and physical health. If you are constantly living in a state of anxiety or stress, you are blocking the natural flow of energy in your body. This can lead to a weakening of your immune system and the development of chronic diseases in the long run. In traditional Chinese medicine, fear is often associated with kidney energy, and if this energy is blocked, it can lead to exhaustion and weakness. It's not just the physical tension that causes stress and anxiety, but also the way they block your energy. When you're stressed, you probably feel like you're holding your breath or just breathing shallowly. Your breath is shallow and short, which gives your body the signal that danger is in delay. But this type of breathing causes your nervous system to remain in a constant state of overstimulation. The good news is that there are ways to recognize these emotional triggers and work on their root. Through mindfulness, meditation, and breathing techniques, you can calm your body and mind and release stress before it manifests to deeper physical discomfort. The goal is to put the body out of the state into a state of tranquility and healing. Now that we have understood the effects of stress and anxiety on the body, in the next chapter we want to dive deeper into the spiritual meaning of physical discomfort. We will explore how the body tries to send you messages about your emotional and mental well-being through physical symptoms. Physical complaints are not just random phenomena that occur for no reason, they are messages of your body, your mind, and even your soul. Your body is trying to communicate with you, to tell you that something inside you is out of balance. These complaints are often the expression of emotional or energetic blockages that are still unresolved. When you learn to pay attention to these signs and to interpret them, you open up a path to deep healing and inner transformation. Different parts of the body have different symbolic meanings, and the type and location of a physical complaint can give you clues as to which emotional or spiritual themes require attention. A common place where emotional blockages show up is the heart. Heart problems or a tightness in the chest can indicate unresolved grief or emotional pain that you may have been carrying around for a long time. The heart is the center of love and compassion, and if you don't heal old injuries, that center will be blocked. Another example is back pain, especially in the lower back. These complaints can often be associated with fears that have to do with financial insecurity or feelings of overstrain and responsibility. The back not only carries the weight of your body, but also symbolically the burdens of your life. If you feel like you're being crushed by too many obligations or worrying about your future, your lower back might be suffering. The spiritual meaning of digestive problems often lies in the fact that you have difficulty digesting things, be it emotional, mental, or spiritual. If you can't accept or process something in your life, be it a difficult situation, an unpleasant emotion, or an unmastered trauma, this can manifest itself in the form of stomach problems or indigestion. The stomach is the place where we absorb and process things, both physically and emotionally. Migraines and headaches are also often an expression of mental overload or inner tension. If you feel that you think too much, feel overwhelmed, or have an inner conflict, this can manifest itself in the form of headaches. The head is the seat of the mind, and when it is overloaded, it shows you through pain. In holistic medicine and in many spiritual traditions, the body is considered a mirror of the mind and soul. Every illness, every complaint is an opportunity to look deeper and understand which emotional or energetic topics need healing. It's not just about treating the physical symptoms, it's about recognizing the true cause, what's hidden deep inside you and expresses itself through your body. Now that you better understand the spiritual importance of physical ailments, in the next chapter let's talk about the ways you can contribute to self-healing through emotional balance. We will figure out how you can release emotional blockages to harmonize your body and mind and experience healing on all levels. The key to self-healing lies in the balance of your emotions. When you learn to recognize, accept, and consciously let go of your feelings, you're paving the way for deep-level healing. Emotional balance doesn't mean you're completely avoiding negative emotions, it means you understand them, live through them, and don't hold them in your body or mind. Emotions are like waves, they come and go. When you block or suppress them, they accumulate and manifest themselves at some point on the physical level. To release emotional blockages and bring your body on the path of healing, there are many powerful methods. One of the most basic and effective techniques is meditation. Through regular meditation, you create a space where you can distance yourself from the constant thoughts and feelings that often flood you. Meditation gives you the opportunity to look deeper into yourself and recognize the emotions that are hidden within you. You can learn to observe these emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This way you bring more peace and clarity into your life. Another way to find emotional balance is through breathing work. Your breath is the direct line to your nervous system and your emotional state. Deep, conscious breathing can release emotional tension that has accumulated in your body. Especially techniques like pranayama, which come from the yoga tradition, are very effective in using the breath to release emotional blockages. Through conscious breathing, you bring fresh energy into your body and create space for healing. Energy work such as Reiki or acupressure can also help you to solve emotional blockages. These techniques work directly with your body's energy pathways and help release blocked emotions and stagnant energy. Often it is emotional themes that have been deeply established in the subconscious, which are brought to the surface by such methods and thus enable healing. An important aspect of emotional balance is also the conscious engagement with your feelings. You should regularly take time to empathize with yourself and reflect on your emotions. What feelings have you suppressed lately? What situations in your life burden you emotionally? Consciously recognizing and allowing emotions is the first step to healing. If you allow yourself to live through these emotions without suppressing them, you will free not only your mind, but also your body from the burden of these feelings. Emotional balance is the key to bringing your body and mind back into harmony. It's not about not having negative emotions, it's about understanding those emotions and going through them without holding them. As you learn to let go of your emotions, you will find that your body begins to free itself from the discomforts caused by emotional blockages. Healing occurs when body, mind and emotions are in harmony. Now that we better understand the role of emotional balance for self-healing, let's talk in the next chapter about how you can harmonize body and emotions. We will explore techniques such as yoga, acupressure, and other holistic approaches that affect both on a physical and emotional level. By harmonizing body and emotions, you open the door to a deeper healing that goes far beyond the treatment of symptoms. Your body is the expression of your emotional and mental state, and when you begin to harmonize both, you can not only relieve physical ailments, but also find emotional peace. The union of body and mind is a holistic approach that encompasses many different techniques and practices, each designed to restore your inner balance. Yoga is one of the most powerful methods to harmonize body and emotions. Yoga goes far beyond mere physical exercise. Each asana, every posture, is designed to support the flow of energy in your body and release emotional blockages. When you go through a yoga practice with a deep breath, you open up spaces in your body where you have captured emotions. This practice allows you to let go of tension and immerse yourself deeper. The combination of breath and movement brings the mind to rest and helps you find emotional balance. In addition to yoga, there are other holistic approaches aimed at harmonizing body and mind. Acupressure, an ancient technique of traditional Chinese medicine, works with specific pressure points on your body to release energy blockages and promote energy flow. These pressure points are directly related to emotional states. For example, if you suffer from stress, the pressure on certain points on the head and neck can help relieve this stress. It is as if the body is dancing in harmony with the energies of the mind. Another powerful practice is Qigong, an ancient method from China, which, like yoga, aims to regulate the flow of energy in the body. Through slow, conscious movements and targeted breathing, your body is brought into harmony with your emotions. Qigong helps you release stagnant energy and restore harmony between body and mind. This method is often described as meditation in motion because it creates a deep inner peace while strengthening the body. But not only exercise is important to harmonize body and emotions, mindfulness and self-care also play a major role. By learning to be mindful of your body and your feelings, you will bring yourself back into balance. Take time for yourself to feel your body and deal with your emotions. If you feel that you have tension or pain in a certain area of your body, ask yourself what emotions might be hidden there. This conscious self-reflection is the first step to understanding the connection between your emotional and physical self. Each of these approaches aims to fuse body and emotions into one unit. It's not just about relieving physical discomfort, it's about finding deeper healing by restoring the emotional and energetic balance in you. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you can achieve long-term emotional peace and physical well-being. Now that you understand how to harmonize body and emotions, in the next chapter we want to explore another crucial step towards healing: forgiveness and letting go. You will learn how forgiveness is a powerful tool for freeing emotional blockages and how you can experience healing on a deep level by letting go of emotional ballast. Forgiveness and letting go are powerful tools on your journey to healing, both emotionally and physically. We often hold on to old injuries, anger, guilt, or resentment without noticing that these unredeemed emotions not only burden our mind, but also manifest themselves in our body. The process of forgiveness, whether towards others or ourselves, brings us the freedom we need to release emotional blockages and relieve physical ailments. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or trivializing the injustice that has happened to you. Rather, it's about letting go of the emotional burden you carry with you. Every time you hold on to old injuries, you also capture the emotional energy of that experience in your body. This stagnant energy can show itself in many ways, from tension and chronic pain to serious illness. Your body is a memory, and forgiveness gives you the opportunity to release that memory. The famous spiritual teacher Nelson Mandela once said, "Graving resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other to die." This profound sentence makes it clear that resentment and holding on to negative emotions harm us more than they could ever harm the other. When you carry anger or resentment in you, you hold these emotions in your system, and they gnaw at you, mentally, emotionally, and physically. The act of forgiving is in many ways an act of self-love. When you forgive, you free yourself from the chains that bind you to old stories and wounds. You give yourself permission to go on, instead of always going back to the past and experiencing the pain again. By forgiving you become lighter, freer, and your body will thank you. But forgiveness is not only directed at the outside. Often it is just as important to forgive yourself. Sometimes we hold ourselves trapped in a prison of guilt and shame, unable to forgive ourselves for past mistakes. These inner conflicts can be just as stressful as conflicts with others. They also manifest themselves in the body, often as self-doubt, exhaustion, or chronic complaints. By forgiving yourself, you release these inner tensions and give your body the freedom to heal. Letting go is the next step after forgiveness. It means letting go of the past not only mentally, but also emotionally. Spiritual teachings often emphasize that letting go is the key to inner peace and healing. By letting go of old wounds, negative thought patterns, and emotional burdens, you create space for new energies, positive changes, and physical healing. Spiritual practices such as meditation, journaling, or even letting go rituals, for example, burning a letter expressing your emotions, can help you finally put those emotional burdens behind. It's about creating space for healing, both in your mind and in your body. Now that you've realized the meaning of forgiveness and letting go, let's bring it all together in the last chapter. We will summarize the key findings of this journey to emotional and physical healing and talk about how you can continue on this path to live in lasting peace and balance. On your spiritual journey, you have now realized how deep the connection between your emotions and your body is. Physical complaints are often more than just physical phenomena, they are messages of your mind, your heart, and your soul. They call you to look deeper, pause, and face the emotions you may have long repressed or ignored. Every complaint, every tension is an invitation to self-reflection and healing. Emotions are powerful energies that are stored in your body when they are not fully processed. Stress, anxiety, sadness, anger, all these feelings leave a mark on you. But by working with your body and your emotions, you have the opportunity to solve these blockages. Meditation, yoga, breathing techniques, and mindfulness are tools that support you on this path to harmonize body and mind. They allow you to live through emotions without capturing them, thereby experiencing healing on a deep level. You've also realized that forgiveness and letting go are crucial steps on the path to emotional freedom and physical healing. By healing old wounds and leaving emotional ballast behind, you free not only your mind, but also your body from the burdens of the past. Forgiveness is not just an act of letting go, it is an expression of self-love that allows you to look into the future, free from the chains that bind you to old stories. This journey has shown you that healing does not only take place on the physical level. It is a holistic process that encompasses both mind, body, and soul. Your body is the mirror of your emotional and spiritual world, and when you listen to its signals, you can gain deep insights into what needs to be healed inside you. Now that you've gained these insights, the next step is yours. This journey is not over, it's a continuous process. Every day you have the opportunity to listen to your body, feel into yourself, and face your emotions. Through mindful self-care, conscious exercise, and emotional healing, you can continue your path towards a healthy and fulfilled life. You are the creator of your own balance, and with every step you take, you get closer to your goal of living in peace and balance. The journey to emotional and physical freedom is not always easy, but it is worthwhile. It leads you to a deeper understanding of yourself and gives you the tools to experience true healing in your life. May your path be accompanied by inner peace, clarity, and healing.